Hello and welcome you all. Dear students, today's topic is overview of instruction set for the microcontroller 8051. एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से आप क्वेश्चन किस टाइप के एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हो? कोई भी इंस्ट्रक्शंस का डिस्क्रिप्शन पूछा जा सकता है या एग्जांपल्स पूछे जा सकते हैं या द शॉर्ट नोट यू कैन वेल एक्सपेक्ट द शॉर्ट नोट ऑन एड्रेसिंग मोड्स. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी विल डिस्कस द पार्ट एड्रेसिंग मोड्स. उससे पहले इंस्ट्रक्शन का मतलब क्या है? इन केस ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्शन there are two parts. One is opcode and second part is operand. Opcode is the information about operation to be performed. For example, if you want to move the data from one register to another register, then instruction part will consist of MOV. MOV indicates the moving operation, transferring operation. It is called opcode. And operand is the data to be operated. मतलब कौन से डेटा पे एक्शन करना है, टास्क परफॉर्म करना है, that is indicated by the operand. So there are two parts of instruction, opcode and operand. Not necessary always the task is to be performed on data. It can be instruction or it can be registers and so on. Then there are before this we will discuss the definition of instruction. It is the way of defining operand of an instruction. Then there are different types of addressing modes. This is the list of addressing mode: register addressing mode, then direct, indirect, immediate and indexed addressing mode. We'll discuss each type of addressing mode in detail. The first type is register addressing mode. In this case, the operand we have discussed. Operand means the data which is to be operated. So the operand must be stored in one of the registers. So we have discussed that there are register banks and every register bank consists of registers, 8 registers from R0 to R7. So registers R0 to R7 from any register bank as well as accumulators A and B are used to hold the data temporarily. Name of the register must be provided by the user to perform this operation. Consider one example: move A, R1. It indicates that copy the data of R1, move the data of R1 to accumulator A. But very important part is that this instruction move R1, R0 is not allowed. It is invalid instruction. Reason is actually this meaning of this instruction is move data from R0 to R1, but it is not valid. Reason is the data must be moved to either accumulator A or B and then to other registers. So this is invalid instruction. Next is direct addressing modes. So as the name indicates, here direct access of memory location or register to fetch the operand means this instruction contains the direct address from where the data is to be fetched. For example, move A, 40H hexadecimal. So from this address, the data is directly copied to the accumulator A. It does not require hash sign before the operand because hash sign indicates the address, so it is not at all required. The next type is immediate addressing mode. As the name indicates, it is immediate action. So in this case, operand is specified in an instruction along with the opcode. For example, move A, #30H means we'll have to copy 30H. 30H is the data which is to be operated. So what we have written, operand is specified in an instruction. So this 30H, 30 hexadecimal is to be moved to accumulator A. So this is actually mentioned in the instruction itself. So it is immediate addressing mode. Then source operand is constant. Source operand means there are two types, source and destination. So source operand means the data from where we have to transfer it. So source operand is constant. It can be any register R0 to R7, then SFR, special function registers or any memory location. So this is immediate addressing mode. Next is indirect addressing mode. So as the name indicates, it is indirect method. That means address is mentioned, data is not mentioned. So address of memory location is indirectly provided by the register. For example, move A at R0. This sign indicates register is used as a pointer. इसका क्या मतलब है? R0 एक रजिस्टर है जिसमें डेटा स्टोर किया है. सो एड्रेस ऑफ दैट रजिस्टर इज मेंशन्ड बाय दिस सिंबल एंड that data we have to move to accumulator A, but data is not available over here. Address where the data is stored, this address is held by register R0. So register holds the address used for data move. Next type of addressing mode is indexed addressing mode. जैसे नेम इंडिकेट करता है, एक इंडेक्स तैयार किया जाता है, मतलब एक एड्रेस ऐड करके तैयार किया जाता है. व्हाट डज दिस मीन? It is used to access data from lookup table. Lookup table is same as the truth table, which is located in PC, program counter. मतलब प्रोग्राम काउंटर में एक लुकअप टेबल है, ट्रूथ टेबल है, उससे डेटा एक्सेस करना है. सो उस केस में इंडेक्स एड्रेसिंग मोड यूज करते हैं. सो एड्रेस ऑफ मेमोरी इज एडेड टू फॉर्म द एक्चुअल एड्रेस. फॉर एग्जांपल MOVCA, यहां देखो ये C notation, this C notation indicates the code. So opcode is MOVCA at A plus DPTR. It indicates that DPTR is data pointer. Data pointer का एड्रेस ऐड करना है A के साथ और फिर एक नया एड्रेस जहां पे डेटा स्टोर है वो तैयार किया जाएगा. दिस इज द मीनिंग ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्शन MOVCA. नेक्स्ट इज register specific address mode. As the name indicates, it is related to a specific register. For example, RRA, मतलब it is indicating rotate contents of accumulator to the right. RR means rotation to the right and A stands for accumulator. Now we will discuss different types of instructions. So this is just an overview of instruction set. So first type of instructions are data transfer instructions. As the name indicates, these instructions are used to transfer the data from one location to another location. That means from source to the destination. So I have written move data from one location to another. इसका सिंटैक्स है ऑपकोड. ऑपकोड मतलब क्या ऑपरेशन करना है. फॉर एग्जांपल मूव और एक्सचेंज, देन कॉमा डेस्टिनेशन कॉमा सोर्स, मतलब सोर्स से डेस्टिनेशन तक सपोज डेटा हमें मूव करना है. सो दिस इज द सिंटैक्स. इसमें इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स याद रखना ही है. एनी फ्लैग्स आर नॉट अफेक्टेड एंड आफ्टर ट्रांसफरिंग, देखो हम लोग सोर्स से डेस्टिनेशन को डेटा ट्रांसफर कर रहे हैं. सो आफ्टर ट्रांसफरिंग ऑफ द डेटा, द सोर्स डेटा रिमेन्स अनचेंज्ड. देयर आर थ्री मेजर टाइप्स ऑफ डेटा ट्रांसफर इंस्ट्रक्शंस. पहला टाइप है मूव इंस्ट्रक्शन. एज द नेम इंडिकेट्स, इट इज यूज्ड टू मूव द कंटेंट्स फ्रॉम वन लोकेशन टू अनदर लोकेशन. फॉर एग्जांपल मूव A, R1, मतलब contents of R1 are moved, copied to accumulator A. Then push or pop instructions. These two instructions are related to stack operation. We already discussed in the previous sessions. Stack is one part, one section of the memory. So it is used to store the data temporarily. तो इसके लिए push और pop operation यूज करते हैं. So these are stack related operations. उसमें से पुश जो ऑपरेशन है, एज द नेम इंडिकेट्स, पुश मतलब इट कॉपीज द डेटा फ्रॉम सोर्स एड्रेस इनटू द स्टैक. जैसे मैंने बताया स्टैक एक मेमोरी लोकेशन है, सेक्शन है मेमोरी लोकेशन का, तो उसमें डेटा कॉपी करना है. एक सोर्स एड्रेस से डेटा लेके उसमें कॉपी करना है. एंड पॉप इंस्ट्रक्शंस मींस टेक आउट द डेटा फ्रॉम द स्टैक. So copies data from stack to the destination. So stack is basically used to temporarily store the data. It is last in first out operation. It is LIFO, last in first out operations. Next is exchange operation. As the name indicates, it is used to exchange the data between the two things. So for example, exchange A, RN, it is used to exchange accumulator and byte variable. Next is arithmetic type of instructions. As the name indicates, many arithmetic operations are performed using such type of instructions. So syntax is opcode, then destination and source. Here the flags, that is carry flag, overflow flag, that is CY, OV, etc. All these flags in the PSW, program status word, are usually affected, but the original data in the source is not changed. It remains as it is, and result of operation is stored in the accumulator. Most of the times accumulator is one of the operands. So examples are addition, then SUB stands for subtraction, multiplication, division, increment, decrement, and DA operation. In case of increment and decrement, flags are not affected because this is just to increase or decrease the things. In case of division and multiplication, contents of both A and B registers are modified. Next type of instruction set is logical instructions. That means like AND operation we have to perform, then such type of instructions are under logical operations. So it performs bitwise operation between accumulator and the data which is stored in memory location or in any register. Obviously, after doing the logical operation, the data is stored in the accumulator. It includes the instructions like rotate, then rotation of bits, then complement, taking complement, and swapping, etc. Here the CY, that is carry flag, is affected in case of a rotate instruction. For example, if I will write the instruction ANL A, R5, this ANL opcode indicates we have to perform logical AND operation between the data in accumulator A and R5. So this logical AND operation is performed bitwise. Now the last types of instructions are branching instructions or branch instructions. देखो यूजुअली माइक्रो कंट्रोलर जो ऑपरेशन परफॉर्म करता है ये सिक्वेंशियली परफॉर्म करता है. सपोज हम लोगों की रिक्वायरमेंट है कि वी हैव टू ट्रांसफर द कंट्रोल टू सम सब रूटीन, उस केसेस में ये ब्रांच इंस्ट्रक्शंस यूज करते हैं. देयर आर थ्री मेजर टाइप्स ऑफ ब्रांच इंस्ट्रक्शंस. वन इज जंप इंस्ट्रक्शन. एज द नेम इंडिकेट्स, द कंट्रोलर इज जंपिंग towards some subroutine. जैसे प्रोग्राम काउंटर, पीसी मींस प्रोग्राम काउंटर इज लोडेड विथ न्यू एड्रेस ऑफ मेमोरी लोकेशन, और ये परमानेंट एड्रेस होता है, इट इज नॉट टेम्पररी एड्रेस. न्यू एड्रेस मतलब जो सब रूटीन हमें एग्जीक्यूट करना है. सपोज एक प्रोग्राम लिखा है हमने, उसके बाद 4-5 इंस्ट्रक्शन एग्जीक्यूट होने के बाद एक सब रूटीन हमें एग्जीक्यूट करना है. सो दैट एड्रेस इज लोडेड इन प्रोग्राम काउंटर एंड इट विल स्टार्ट एग्जीक्यूटिंग द सब रूटीन, बट इट विल नेवर कम बैक to the main program. So this is the permanent change. Then call instruction, CALL. So it makes changes in the address of PC program counter temporarily. So the controller will be back to the main program from where the jumping started. So this is the significance of call. Then RET instruction, it informs 8051 to return back to the main program from where the subroutine was started. So dear students, we have covered the overview of instruction set as well as different addressing modes in this video. So that's it for today's session. So thanks a lot for watching this video.